Hi guys! In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to make the style of rice that is common in Iran. Two of our friends requested us to show them how to make the Persian style rice, and here I am to teach them and you. By the way, if you want me to show you any Persian recipe, feel free to comment it in the comment section and I try my best to make it happen. In Iran, we use the line grain rice, which you cannot find it in the US, and line grain Basmati rice is a close substitute to the Persian rice. And also, when you want to make the Persian rice, make sure to use non-stick pan, but you don't need any rice cooker. In Iran, we call the cooked rice Chollow, and there are two methods to make the rice. One is really easy. You can have a really delicious and fluffy rice less than half an hour. We call that method Kateh. The second method has multiple steps. We call it Chollow dami or Chollow dam karde. We usually make this when we have guests coming over to show our respect. The second method, I really like it, and I will tell you why. This Asian technique is used to soak the rice in the water and then get rid of the excess water of the rice after half cooking the rice. And by this technique, you can get rid of the most of the arsenic contents that is nowadays available in the rice. And many publications, they recommended to pre-soak your rice before cooking it to get rid of this arsenic content. And guess what? We were using this technique from a long time ago. As a Persian, we really love the bottom of the rice that we have even name for it. We call it Tahdig. Tahdig means bottom, and dig was the pot that were used to cook the rice in the past. And overall, Tahdig means bottom of the pot, which is crunchy and delicious. We have multiple variants of the Tahdig. And here, since I'm going to show you how to make the rice, I thought to show you two simplest methods of making a Tahdig. If you want me to show you more variants, please comment it below in the comment section and I will show you how to make the different type of Tahdig. And if you feel like the Tahdig part is complicated, you can just easily skip it. At the end, in any ways, the end result is really awesome, delicious, and fluffy. So by now you learned about the background of the rice, and here I'm going to teach you how to make the rice in two ways, which is amazing, delicious, and fluffy, and also included with Tahdig. Let's start it.
Part 1. Making Kateh with rice Tahdig. For making Kateh, we start by taking 2 cups of line grain Basmati rice. Then we start by washing our rice. We want to get rid of any extra starch in the rice, and after the water runs clear, we can proceed to cooking the rice. For 2 cups of rice, I am using 3 cups of water. Cover with a lid and heating on a high to a rolling boil. After the water begins to boil, we add our rice. The amount of water can be varied depending on the type of the rice, and here I am using 1.5 cups of water for each cup of rice. I also like to add 1 tablespoon of butter to the rice. This is optional but does impart the rice with a nice buttery flavor. Season with the salt and let the water to evaporate by cooking the rice on high heat for about 5 to 8 minutes depending on your stovetop. Then make a dome with your spatula and poke the rice with the end of the spatula to make holes, which will allow the water vapor to escape from the bottom of the pot. If you want to have Tahdig, you can add any preferred oil to the corner of the pan and holes. After that, we cover the lid with a clean cotton cloth and let the rice steam on high heat for 5 to 8 minutes in order to make Tahdig. If this is your first time doing this, make sure to secure the towel so it won't fall in order to avoid starting fire in your kitchen. The cloth will trap the steam and prevents it from being absorbed into the rice. After 5 to 8 minutes on high heat, when you hear the sizzling sound, reduce the heat to low and let the rice steam for addition of 10 minutes. Here I wanted to show you how the steam will trap inside the rice. You don't need to open the lid. If you don't want to have Tahdig after covering the lid, You can bring down the flame to low heat and let the rice steam for 15 minutes. But if you want to have tahdig, after 5 to 8 minutes on high heat, when you hear the sizzling sound, reduce the heat to low and let the rice steam for addition of 10 minutes. Part 2. Making rice dami with potato tahdig. For this recipe, we need to wash our 2 cups of long-grain basmati rice to get rid of extra starch. Then, we soak the rice in water for at least half an hour. Meanwhile, we start preparing our special tahdig ingredient. Based on the size of my pan, I picked 1 large potato and proceed to remove the skin. Then I slice the potato, and after slicing them, I submerge and leave them in water to prevent from turning black. Next, 1 teaspoon of saffron will be used for adding a nice golden red color to the tahdig. If you feel saffron is too expensive, I found a cheaper alternative to use, which is safflower. Safflower doesn't provide an aroma or flavor like saffron, but it does impart the golden red color to your tahdig. If you don't have them, skip this part. Use a mortar and pestle to grind the saffron into a powder. I add a pinch of sugar, so it acts as an abrasive to help with powdering the saffron. After that, add 2 ice cubes to it in order to extract the color. Click on the saffron water video link above for more info on preparing the saffron water. Set the saffron water aside. After leaving the rice to soak in water for half an hour, you can notice here that the color of rice has changed compared to unsoaked rice. Drain the water and rinse the rice with additional water, then set it aside. For 2 cups of rice, I used 6 cups of water. Then we cover the pot with a lid and bring the water to a rolling boil. After that, we add the rice to the boiling water and add enough salt to make the water salty like the ocean. Here I used 3 teaspoons of salt to the water. Stir to mix and let it cook for 5 to 8 minutes on high heat until the rice cooks halfway or al dente. Here you can see the rice size grows larger, and when you split the rice, the center is still raw. Kill the heat and use a fine mesh strainer to drain the water. Add 4 tablespoons of oil to cover the bottom of the pan. Then add 2 teaspoons of your saffron water so that your potatoes become a golden red color. I add 1/4 cup of water as well, so we have enough steam to cook the rice. Then layer the potatoes on the bottom of the pot. I use the leftover saffron water to mix with about 1/4 of the cooked rice. As you can see, it gives a really nice color to the rice. Then add the colored rice on top of the potatoes and with your spoon apply a little pressure to the rice so it can fix. Then add the remaining rice on the top. Make a dome and with your spatula handle, make some holes so the water vapor can escape through the rice. Use a cotton cloth to wrap the lid as you see in the video, safely securing it as mentioned before. Let the water steam on high heat for 5 to 8 minutes until you hear the sizzling sound. Here I open the lid to show you how the water has steamed away, but you should leave it secure throughout the cooking process. Then reduce the heat to low and let the rice to steam for 20 to 30 minutes. Now the rice dishes are ready. In the easy method, we use rice as tahdig, and in the dami method, we use potatoes. I added 2 tablespoons olive oil to the dami method rice. This is optional, you can just skip it. And here is the easy method rice. When you are flipping the rice, be careful. Use a large enough dish to catch any overflow and use proper protection for your hands. Here it goes, the tahdig part is crunchy and delicious. I hope you like it. Let me know what type of tahdig do you like the best. My favorite is potato tahdig, as you can guess. Nisha Jan!
So far by watching this video, you learned how to make this amazing rice dish with 2 methods, and you learned how to make the tahdig, or what is tahdig and why we love it. Please try it, and if you have any questions, write it down. I try to answer them. And if you're coming from the browser, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. By your support, I can reach more people. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.